Hello students, welcome to the lecture on TQM Maintenance. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the total productive management. Discuss types of maintenance. Understand the condition-based maintenance. Describe planned maintenance program. Define the transition from total quality management to total safety management. Explain the performance evaluation of TQM. Define the elements of TQM. Let's start with the introduction. TQM is a management philosophy that seeks to integrate all organizational functions, marketing, finance, design, engineering, and production, customer service, etc., to focus on meeting customer needs and organizational objectives. TQM views an organization as a collection of processes. It maintains that organizations must strive to continuously improve these processes by incorporating the knowledge and experiences of workers. TQM is the foundation for activities which include commitment by senior management and all employees, meeting customer requirements, reducing development cycle times, just-in-time demand flow manufacturing, improvement teams, reducing product and service costs, systems to facilitate improvement, line management ownership, employee involvement and empowerment, recognition and celebration, challenging quantified goals and benchmarking, focus on processes, improvement plans, specific incorporation in strategic planning. Let us discuss total productive management, TPM. In today's industrial scenario, huge losses, wastage occur in the manufacturing shop floor. This waste is due to operators, maintenance personnel, process, tooling problems, and non-availability of components in time, etc. It can be considered as the medical science of machines. Total productive maintenance, TPM, is a maintenance program which involves a newly defined concept for maintaining plants and equipments. The goal of the TPM program is to markedly increase production while at the same time increasing employee morale and job satisfaction.
TPM, Total Productive Management, which is a lean enterprise-based strategy for cost reduction and non-productive actions elimination. The main objective of adopting TPM is an operational strategy is increasing the company's economical benefits. And this is achieved through the application of Kaizen techniques, original from Japan and translated into English as continuous improvement. These techniques apply Kaizen to achieve a total productive management. Customer satisfaction can be easily attained and exceeded through the proper TPM techniques application. In a greater or lesser degree, customers always look for the fulfillment of an amount on certain parameters of quality, quantity, or volume, compliance to a suitable time for the acquisition of the goods and services, and of course paying a fair price for these. And you know what happens when customers are happy? They will come back to you for more business. So your business will be always on the top, will be in business. I think that we all agree that there are some basic strategic alternatives for better economic. The predominant three could be price increase, sales volume increase. If we increase the sale price for the product or services, we're in risk to lose market share. And if we increase the sales volume, we need to develop first a strategy, and we need to invest some money into our business in order to increase our capacity. So The third one is to reduce operational cost, and in consequence, the profit will be increased. And if you follow another strategy and you can lower your sales price, the final price of your product or service, your customers will always be satisfied. So TPM will keep your business always on the top. Your company will always be in business. So let's see this in a graph, okay? In the bar shown here, the red area represents the current cost, and the blue area represents the margin, the profit margin. After applying TPM, we see an increase of the profit after we have decreased the cost, the current cost that we have in the company. So as we can see, the profit have been increased. Let's talk about TPM, and we need to understand it as a temple, okay? So the pillars of TPM, and as I said, let's think about TPM as a temple with a structure created gathering all separated areas in the company: accounting, maintenance, production, whatever. The other areas, the more areas that are sheltered in the TPM temple, the more robust the company will be. I have seen a lot of companies which have always developed individual projects in certain areas for this particular area improvement. And what would happen if we develop projects in all different areas in the company? Let's see which these areas should be. Let's talk about autonomous maintenance, plant maintenance, new equipment management, office TPM, quality maintenance, training, safety, and environment.
TPM was introduced to achieve the following objectives. The important ones are listed: avoid wastage in a quickly changing economic environment, producing goods without reducing product quality, reduce cost, produce a low batch quantity at the earliest possible time. Goods sent to the customers must be non-defective. TPM targets: obtain minimum 90% OEE, overall equipment effectiveness. Run the machines even during lunch. Lunch is for operators and not for machines. Operate in a manner so that there are no customer complaints. Reduce the manufacturing cost by 30%. Achieve 100% success in delivering the goods as required by the customer. Maintain an accident-free environment. Increase the suggestions from the workers, employees by 3 times. Develop multi-skilled and flexible workers. Motives of TPM: adoption of life cycle approach for improving the overall performance of production equipment. Improving productivity by highly motivated workers, which is achieved by job enlargement. They use a voluntary small group activities for identifying the cause of failure, possible plant and equipment modifications. Uniqueness of TPM: the major difference between TPM and other concepts is that the operators are also made to involve in the maintenance process. The concept of I, production operators operate, we, maintenance department fix, is not followed. Direct benefits of TPM: increase in productivity and OEE, overall equipment efficiency, reduction in customer complaints, reduction in the manufacturing cost by 30%, satisfying the customer's needs by 100%, delivering the right quantity at the right time in the required quality, reduced accidents, Indirect benefits of TPM. Higher confidence level among the employees. A clean, neat and attractive workplace. Favorable change in the attitude of the operators. Achieve goals by working as team. Horizontal deployment of a new concept in all areas of the organization. Sharing knowledge and experience. The workers get a feeling of owning the machine. Stages in TPM implementation. Step 1. Preparatory stage. Announcement by management to all about TPM introduction in the organization. Initial education and propaganda for TPM. Establishing the TPM working system and target. A master plan for institutionalization. Step 2. Introduction stage. A small get-together which includes our suppliers and customers' participation is conducted. Suppliers, as they should know that we want quality supply from them. Stage 3. Implementation. This stage 8 activities are carried which are called 8 pillars in the development of TPM activity. Of these, 4 activities are for establishing the system for production efficiency. 1 for initial control system of new products and equipment, 1 for improving the efficiency of administration and or for control of safety, sanitation as working environment. Stage 4. Institutionalization stage. By now, the TPM implementation activities would have reached maturity stage. Now is the time to apply for PM award. Let us now discuss the types of maintenance. Breakdown maintenance. In type of maintenance, no care is taken for the machine until equipment fails. Repair is then undertaken. Preventive maintenance. It is a daily maintenance, cleaning, inspection, oiling and retightening, designed to retain the healthy condition of equipment and prevent failure through the prevention of deterioration, periodic inspection or equipment condition diagnosis to measure deterioration. Periodic maintenance. Time-based maintenance, TBM. Time-based maintenance consists of periodically inspecting, servicing and cleaning equipment and replacing parts to prevent sudden failure and process problems. Predictive maintenance. This is a method in which the service life of important part is predicted based on inspection or diagnosis in order to use the parts to the limit of their service life. Corrective maintenance. It improves equipment and its components so that preventive maintenance can be carried out reliably. Maintenance prevention. This program indicates the design of new equipment. Weakness of current machines is sufficiently studied on site information leading to failure prevention, easier maintenance and prevents of defects, safety and ease of manufacturing. Let us now talk over condition-based maintenance, CBM. Condition-based maintenance or predictive maintenance is a technology that strives to identify incipient faults before they become critical, which enables more accurate planning of the preventive maintenance. It may also be defined as maintenance actions based on actual condition obtained from in situ, non-invasive tests, and operating and condition measurement. Condition monitoring. The specific advantage of condition monitoring is that potential degradation or failure can be detected. This technique enables the user to take maximum advantage of the useful life of a component such as a bearing because the equipment can be left in service if it meets the desired performance standards. General condition monitoring (CM) categories. Brief description of some general CP categories are given below in view to provide an introduction to different types of CM tasks. Temperature measurement. Temperature measurement. Example, temperature indicating paint thermograph helps detect potential failures related to a temperature change in equipment. Dynamic monitoring. Dynamic monitoring, example, spectrum analysis, shock pulse analysis, involves measuring and analyzing energy emitting from mechanical equipment in the form of waves such as vibration, pulses, and acoustic effects. Measured changes in the vibration characteristics from equipment can indicate problems such as wear, imbalance, misalignment, and damage. Oil analysis. Oil analysis, example, ferrography, particle counter testing, can be performed on different types of oils such as lubrication, hydraulic, or insulation oils. Corrosion monitoring. Corrosion monitoring, example, coupon testing, chronometer testing, helps provide an indication of the extent of corrosion, the corrosion rate, and the corrosion state, example, active or passive corrosion state of material. Non-destructive testing. Non-destructive testing involves performing tests, X-ray, ultrasonic, that are non-invasive to the test subject. Non-destructive testing. Non-destructive testing involves performing tests, example, X-ray, ultrasonic, that are non-invasive to the test subject. Observation and surveillance. Observation and surveillance condition monitoring techniques, example, visual, audio, and touch inspections are based on human sensory capabilities. Performance monitoring. Monitoring equipment performance is a condition monitoring technique that predicts problems by monitoring changes in variables such as pressure, temperature, flow rate, electrical power consumption, or equipment capacity. Let us discuss now plant maintenance program. The objective of a plant maintenance program is to prevent unplanned reactive maintenance. To accomplish this, the water supplies staff must have a working knowledge of the equipment, its required maintenance, and the spare parts to be stocked. Maintenance procedures. All preventive maintenance procedures should be described in detail on a maintenance procedure sheet for each type of unit. Where appropriate, complete details on the types and amounts of lubricants, hoses, packing, and other replacement items should be provided. Routine procedures. All routine procedures should be grouped together on a checklist to their scheduled frequency. All maintenance procedures should conform to the manufacturer's recommendations to avoid cancellation of any warranties. Unusual use of or environmental factors should be considered when establishing procedures. Work order system. All maintenance work should be documented. A work order system is one way to establish a permanent record of maintenance performed. Maintenance control. Maintenance control essentially deals with the operational coordination of demand and resources to achieve the stated goals in terms of effectivity. Maintenance demand specifies what maintenance operations should be carried out and when. It is the total demand for the individual technical systems in the organization. Three types of maintenance rules can be distinguished: failure-based maintenance, use-based maintenance, condition-based maintenance. Resources maintenance. The resources consist of materials and capabilities. Material resources are items which are consumed in the execution of maintenance operations and have to be replenished. Capacity resources are the personal abilities, instruments, and facilities which are used during execution of maintenance operations and which can be used time and again. In reality, the distinction between materials and capacities is not as clear-cut as implied here. Goals. The goals of maintenance consist of realizing its objectives and at the same time meeting the operational constraints. The objectives have to be derived from the objectives of production being the primary process. On the one hand, the production system should show high flexibility with respect to aspects such as changing market conditions, fluctuating production demand forecasts, and actual demand variations. Lack of flexibility may lead to high and unbalanced stocks, poor delivery performance, and possibly loss of market. On the other hand, realizing acceptable production costs is a sine qua non for survival of the organization in the long run. The contribution of maintenance to high flexibility of the production system focuses on realizing high availability of the technical systems for manufacturing purposes. Let us now talk about the transition from total quality management to total safety management. Total safety management (TSM) bears its roots from total quality management (TQM), which is ingrained on Deming's 14 points. In order to give a structured model of TSM, interpretation of TQM principles in safety terms is essential. The interpretation follows a system model consisting of 6 management functions, namely policy, strategy, control, audit, coordination, and implementation. Create constancy of purpose toward improvement of product and service. Adopt the new philosophy. Cease dependence on mass inspection to achieve quality. End the practice of awarding business on the basis of price tag alone. Improve constantly and forever every process for planning, production, and service. Institute training on the job. Adopt and institute leadership. Drive out fear. Break down barriers between staff areas. Eliminate slogans, exhortations, and targets for the workforce. Eliminate numerical quotas for the workforce and goals for management. Remove barriers that rob people of pride or workmanship. Institute a vigorous program of education and self-improvement for everyone. Take action to accomplish the transformation. Performance measurement is a fundamental building block of TQM and a total quality organization. Historically, organizations have always measured performance in some way through the financial performance, be the success by profit or failure through liquidation. Why measure performance? These are two often quoted statements that demonstrate why measurement is important. Yet, it is surprising that organizations find the area of measurement so difficult to manage. In the cycle of never-ending improvement, performance measurement plays an important role in identifying and tracking process against organizational goals, identifying opportunities for improvement, comparing performance against both internal and external standards. Simple performance measurement framework. A good performance measurement framework will focus on the customer and measure the right things. Performance measures must be meaningful, unambiguous, and widely understood, owned and managed by the teams within the organization, based on a high level of data integrity, such that data collection is embedded within the normal procedures, able to drive improvement, linked to critical goals and key drivers of the organization. The Balanced Scorecard Approach. A balanced scorecard recognizes the limitations of purely financial measurement of an organization, which is normally short-term measurement. Let us now discuss the elements of TQM. To be successful implementing TQM, an organization must concentrate on the 8 key elements: ethics, integrity, trust, training, teamwork, leadership, recognition, communication. Key elements. TQM requires the help of those 8 key elements. These elements can be divided into 4 groups to their function. The groups are: foundation. It includes ethics, integrity, and trust. Building bricks. It includes training, teamwork, and leadership. Binding mortar. It includes communication. Roof. It includes recognition, foundation. The TQM is built on a foundation of ethics, integrity, and trust. It fosters openness, fairness, and sincerity and allows involvement by everyone. This is the key to unlocking the ultimate potential of TQM. Bricks. Basing on the strong foundation of trust, ethics, and integrity, bricks are placed to reach the roof of recognition. Binding mortar. Communication. It binds everything together. Starting from foundation to roof of the TQM house, everything is bound by strong mortar of communication. There are different ways of communication, such as downward communication. This is the dominant form of communication in an organization. Upward communication. By this, the lower level of employees are able to provide suggestions to upper management of the effects of TQM. Sideways communication. This type of communication is important because it breaks down barriers between departments. It also allows dealing with customers and suppliers in a more professional manner. Roof recognition. Recognition is the last and final element in the entire system. It should be provided for both suggestions and achievements for teams as well as individuals. Employees strive to receive recognition for themselves and their teams. Recognition comes in different ways, places, and times, such as ways. It can be by way of personal letter from top management, also by award banquets, plaques, trophies, etc. Places. Good performers can be recognized in front of departments, on performance boards, and also in front of top management. Time. Recognition can give at any time, like in staff meeting, annual award, banquets, etc. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. Total Productivity Maintenance (TPM) is a maintenance program which involves a newly defined concept for maintaining plants and equipment. The TPM brings maintenance into focus as a necessary and vitally important part of the business. A balanced scorecard recognizes the limitations of purely financial measurement of an organization, which is normally short-term measurement. Time-based maintenance consists of periodically inspecting, servicing, and cleaning equipment and replacing parts to prevent sudden failure and process problems. Total Quality Management (TQM) is a management approach that originated in the 1950s and has steadily become more popular since the early 1980s. The TQM is now becoming recognized as a generic management tool just as applicable in service and public sector organizations.